injured here. 3v3 Kasyr Lutien blue side. We have Illethor playing a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed, fights melee, good offense and disruption. Alongside Jomanix plays a Plague Champion, starts off range combat with this damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, has nice utility as well, can snare, heal, build turrets and repair, but not the best mobility for this guy. Shepard rounding out blue team as an Inquisitor, offensive commander, fights melee by default, can get ranged weapons, nice crowd control, lots of stuns and snares. HansMoleman on the red team is a Warlock, offensive commander, nice mobility with fleets, can also leap into melee combat, can tank and disrupt, great also. Looks like he's going to be able to cap this wreck point before this Sentinel gets here, yes. Alongside is Floid as a Ravener Alpha, great mobility on this guy, can build tunnels for all of its allies to use. Fights range to start off, has some nice offense. And rounding out red team we have Koras as a big stompy Hive Tyrant, very durable commander that can walk through cover and cannot be suppressed. Fights melee to start off, emits a basic synapse, good offense and support, and he's idle here. All kicking off in the centre though. Floid is there with double termagants. Here come Heretics and this Plague Champion. Plague Champion's lost a lot of health. Here come Hormagaunts now, and Plague Champion is forced off. Illethor now coming in to back him up. Koras a bit slow to get moving on that east side. Looks like he's making his way in now. And double Heretics for both of the Chaos players. Really great opening these days for Chaos. Have some Chaos Space Marines there as well, and it's going to be Tyranids versus Chaos in this big first engagement. Heretics there forced off, Hive Tyrant in amongst them. You have an aspiring champion on Illethor's Heretics already, and that's going to be very dangerous in this first engagement. Termagants do not have crippling poison this early, and all forced off there for Koras. Floyd keeping his Ravener Alpha in play, trying to get models off of these Chaos Space Marines and Heretics. Here's the rest of his stuff too. Hormagaunts have only lost one model, and here's some Heretics from Illethor doom blasting again. Both teams ignoring these big stompy durable commanders at the moment. Now the Hive Tyrant is being weighed into by the Chaos forces, and here comes Floyd. He has crippling poison on both of his termagants now, needs to cripple this Chaos Lord. So difficult to deal with. Should be using Khorne worship here, I think, to try and get a few more models. Almost take down the Ravener Alpha. There is the crippling poison on the Chaos Lord. Now he's out of it. 500, 437, and he saw a bit of Khorne worship there. Looks like Floyd will be forced off in first engagement. It's a 2-to-1 cap for blue, but look at this. The Shepard putting a lot of pressure on HansMoleman. Shuriken Cannon on the field though. Sentinel, double Sentinels from Shepard. Going to take a lot of good micro to deal with these things. Inquisitor is forced off, as are these Guardsmen, and Shepard just overextended there. If you're wondering why the Inquisitor is not wearing her hat, it was now made a rank unlock for Imperial Guard in Elite. Chaos Space Marines forced off, lost a model as well, and both Tyranid players going for Warrior Brood, Barb Strangler on Floyd's. Koras's are still melee at the moment, and it's double Guardian weapon teams for HansMoleman. How is Shepard going to deal with that? He does have Catacombs on the way. Needs to get some spotters as well, I think. Center is still blue. East, lots of pressure on Illethor's Heretics. Looks like he will get away, but he has to retreat through these Hormagaunts, and does make it. Hormagaunts do not have adrenal glands. Might have finished them off if they did. Will they make it though? Being chased by these Termagants and take them down. Fantastic play from Koras. Did not give up there. Kasyr Lutien then quickly becoming one of my favourite 3v3 maps. Not everyone likes it because it is rather big. I still think it's great though. Node being shot up by these Dire Avengers. They both have their aspects. And Koras putting on the pressure here. Now harassing power. And Illethor want to protect this thing. Needs to try and focus down some warriors. Get some synapse explosions going. but he's going after the Termagants and he's going to get crippled. Hive Tyrant charges, knocking over his own warriors, but knocking over all of this Chaos stuff as well. That was extended carapace. Really in amongst his Chaos stuff. He might get a model off these Chaos Space Marines as well. Now going after the Heretics, using this bulky Hive Tyrant to lead the charge. And works on the power while he's tanking all of this stuff. 500, 350. Floid with that Barb Strangler, doing a great job versus Chaos Space Marines, almost taking a model off them. Is he going to retreat them? Using the Ravener Alpha in melee and takes down 2 models. Jomanix just taking a bit too long there to retreat. And there are the Blight Grenades. Misses everything. Accessory for the Plague Champion can be very, very nasty if your opponent's not paying attention. And all of blue team going tier 2. Let's look at this west side. 500, 330, a huge VP lead for blue team going into tier 2. Nice special attack from the Warlock. No sign of the Immolator. And he's got Rangers on the field to try and put some pressure onto these Sentinels, which are being a real nuisance right now. Destructor on those Guardsmen takes them down to 6 models. They have their Sergeant, so they will reinforce 2 at a time. 500, 326. Can he get both of these Sentinels with missile launchers in tier 2? Trying a grenade on this Sentinel, puts up an energy shield here, giving these Dire Avengers perfect cover. Rangers will be vital. Can they get a few shots off on this Sentinel and take it down? Looks like he's pushing for it. Illethor has lost one of his Heretic squads, now getting some Raptors in tier 2, so we will see the great new Raptor models. Sentinel backing off on this west side. Rangers are going to get a shot on the Inquisitor. Boom. Sniper infantry, great burst damage from range, can also disrupt. Floyd has taken mid. Plague Champion moving up with double Heretics, double Aspiring Champion Heretics, and some Chaos Space Marines. Those Termagants will have their work cut out trying to cripple both of those guys, and the Chaos Lord, and Illithor's Heretics of course. And look at this, we have the Chaos Raptors with their awesome new models. Look at these jump packs. They have their Aspiring Champion as well. He gets a Lightning Claw, and he got a damage buff in the last update, up to 40 power melee DPS. So he's going to be very, very dangerous getting in amongst these warriors. 448, 326 is a 1-to-1 cap now, and this is going to be a very important engagement right at the top of tier 2. Floyd just hitting it now. Koras has a zone throw on the field. Don't know if it will get here in time for this engagement though. Marco Zinch, Chaos Space Marines fully upgraded now for Jomanix with Eternal War and an Aspiring Champion. 436, 326. These Inferno Bolts, fantastic versus all infantry types. And look at that, almost wiping those warriors, losing 2 models. And Floyd will not have that Barb Strangler for this engagement now. There's Let the Galaxy Burn, Armor the Inferno, fantastic disruption and damage over time. Raptors jumping in and suppressing. This looks to be a very good engagement for Chaos. Heretics moving in. Floyd doing his best to cripple Jomanix's Heretics. Plague Champion I think trying to get close for a grenade here. But the Termagants back off. Heretics in retreat down to just the Aspiring Champion. Zone Throat now on the field. Infestation Spire brought up. And look at this pressure from Shepard, completely wiping this power on the west side. Catachans will decap it. They are getting their Demolition Man. 416, 323. Raptors in retreat did their job quite well, did not lose a model either. So good job by them. Those models are so awesome. Tunnels up here from Floyd's Raven Alpha. Jomanix not pushing power here. This Zone Throat is quite menacing, and the Hive Turret now has Crushing Claw, devastating heavy melee weapon that damages all targets with some crazy DPS on that thing. Warrior Brood with Adrenal Glands for Koras, with the Hormagaunts under melee synapse, and they are putting the hurt on these Aspiring Champion Heretics, and down they go. Aspiring Champion Heretics can't really hang with tier 2 dedicated melee squads, including this Tyranid stuff under melee synapse. 416279. We're going to see a retreat grenade here, nicely done by Jomanix, and he might get a couple more Hormagaunt models, but these guys are under melee synapse, giving them 75% more health, but they have infected all of Floyd's stuff here, trying to keep his Warrior Brood away. And Floyd also has a Zone Throat, has another Warrior Brood as well, giving these guys Adrenal Glands, gives them melee heavy damage. They can still leap into combat as well. Shepard with fantastic pressure here on HansMoleman. Bright Lances are of course a upgrade for the Guardian Weapon team. HansMoleman, forgetting about that, he doesn't play elite all that often. Gonna move up, try and put some hurt on this Chimera support vehicle for Imperial Guard. Allows this infantry to reinforce around it, can also transport them, and allows them to shoot out while they are inside. East side is kicking off though. Bloodletters in retreat for Jomanix. Here is a Blood Crusher as well. And Touch of Nurgle Heretics ripping the crap out of stuff. This is a global ability from the Plague Champion, and it's a fantastic global with Aspiring Champion Heretics. Makes them into such a dangerous squad. Whenever something dies, a model dies, you get AoE heal and AoE damage with knockback. Synergizes so well with Heretic Doomblast. Raptors going after the Hive Tyrant. Gets a special attack but does go down. Wow, Raptors took a lot of damage there. They lose one model and back off. Raven Alpha instantly reviving the Hive Tyrant. And he's going to stay in play here. Heretics getting absolutely owned. We have some Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters, I believe. No, these are Jomanix's, are they? No, they are Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters. Not even showing up in a root unit roster. 416179, huge VP lead for blue team. Red team are starting to build up huge armies though. Hive Tyrant will go down in retreat, but did very well to hold up this stuff for a little while. Double Fire Dragons from HansMoleman. So there's some crazy AV he has. Melter guns and melter damage in general. Does 75% of its damage to vehicles, so very very good for taking down vehicles. Also very very good versus super heavy infantry, doing more damage to that. Catachans getting into the Chimera and backing the hell off. Missile launcher on this Sentinel. The other Sentinel does not have a missile launcher and it's taking tons of damage. Warlock leading a charge here. Has Cloak of Shadows. Rangers are taking pot shots at the Sentinel. Shepard needs to look after that. Tyranids are brooding and getting together for a push here, I think. Center is uncapped. Is someone going to cap it? Looks like these Chaos Space Marines will. Double Bloodletters now for Jomanix. Koras going tier 3. He has double Zone Throats as well. And so does Floyd have one, so they have 3 Zone Throats to deal with. Good thing they have double Raptors and double Bloodletters here. Here is the second Raptor squad getting their Aspiring Champion now. And look at this push from HansMoleman, comes from getting his power completely wiped and taking their natural VP and wiping their jets. Look at the damage from these Fire Dragons. Warlock needs to be very careful, down to 130 hit points. You saw the all reliable grenade launcher there from the Catachans. 397, 165 now, a 2-1 for red. Can they hold on? Trying to push into middle here. Plague Champion now has the Plague Fist, Armor of Pestilence as well. So he's going to be very, very tough. Though a bit slower than normal. Has Pestilence Strike, of course, as well, with that Plague Fist, which is an awesome ability forced off here by Adrenal Gland Warriors, and that's a big, big, long retreat for him to take. Double Bloodletters are still here. And here we see a Noxious Cloud. We do have melee synapse though, and the health regeneration of the zone throw, keeping all of this stuff alive. Huge pressure still from HansMoleman. Catachans again. He's not using these Catachans in melee enough. I don't think he's not tying stuff up. Here's a Hell Fury strike. Global ability of the Inquisitor forcing off HansMoleman. Needs to be a bit more aggressive with these Catachans. I think perhaps he's worried about running into grenades. Here we see Cloak of Shadows on this stuff. 353, 165 Chimera taken out in short order by these infiltrated Fire Dragons. Excellent play from HansMoleman. Koras camping his natural VP right now. Blue team do have these two central points on the east side, but red team have the central points on the west side. They even have a generator up here. Somehow this wreck point has become uncapped. Wraithlord on the way for HansMoleman. Floid hitting tier 3 now. Koras coming mid, is he? No. Looks like he's going to push this eastern edge, perhaps try and hit power. No, he is coming mid. 345, 165. HansMoleman again capping Blue's natural. We have Interrogator's armor for the Inquisitor infiltrating these Catachans. And here come Ogryns. That could be a huge mistake, because we have double Fire Dragons, and Melter does a lot of damage to super heavy infantry, which is what Ogryns are. Obviously wants to get in amongst things and disrupt and tie things up, but they're going to take so much damage from those Fire Dragons. Here comes Jomanix to help out though. 336, 165. The Sentinel will decap that VP, and the rest of the Imperial Guard push. Looks like Tyranids pushing mid big time here. Here comes Koras. Hive Tyrant is now level 4. Ravener Alpha level 4 also. Look at this, we have a melee Ravener Alpha, Cryptin Talons, Reinforced Chitin, and the Synapse Aura. Raptors jumping in, going after the zone throws perhaps, but running into so much trouble there. They have to instantly retreat. Ouch. Caught in retreat by Koras's melee stuff as well, and lucky to get out of there really. 321, 165. HansMoleman pushing back again, has his Wraithlord. How is Shepard going to deal with this thing? Needs to get a las cannon. I think he's going for Stormtroopers, but that's going to be risky. They have to get close to damage this Wraithlord, and there's so much stuff to shoot them down. Double Dire Avengers, which are fully upgraded, double Fire Dragons, and this Warlock of course. We do have Inferno Pistol on the Inquisitor, and Judgment has gone down on that Wraithlord. Will do about 300 damage or so if it goes off. You need to wait 20 seconds before you can judge something. These Catachans don't want to stand there, and there is the Judgment doing heavy damage to the Wraithlord, but he has nothing to back it up right now. Retreat grenade on the Catachans, but they will survive. Level 2 now. Here come the Stormtroopers getting the anti-armor kit. Immediately gives them melter guns and a melter bomb. Wraithlord trying to get close, taking tons of damage, and puts up a distort field. That's a global of his, and survives. 273, 165. And red team looking very strong right now. Can't even see all of the units that they have. In fact, there's a Carnifex on the field for Koras. Has gone for the Thornback. These Chaos Space Marines don't want to get into a fight with this thing. 1875 hit points at level 1 for a Thornback Carnifex, spawning some Rippers there, and they will go and annoy this Chaos stuff. And look at the map turning red, especially this west side. Wraithlord still around. It's going to go down here though. Double Bloodletters get grenaded, but they do take down the Wraithlord with the help of this Inquisitor and those Catachans. Where are the Stormtroopers? They were forced off immediately. Ogryns as well, of course, do heavy melee damage and will damage all targets pretty well. 239, 165. A 2-to-1 cap for red. Can they hold on? There were like 300 VPs down at one point. Illethor now going for a Chaos Dreadnought. Should he have gone tier 3? I think he should. Jomanix is tier 3. Doesn't quite have the red to get Terminators or something. Should get a great unclean one. We have a bunker here. Red team trying to take it down instead of trying to capture it. Oh, they do capture it. You can booby trap your bunkers, of course. Inquisitor puts judgment down on those Hormagaunts, now backing off. And Floid doubling the west side now. Shepard really up against it. And looks like he's going mid actually. 208, 165. We have a Lictor on the field for Floid. Sub-commander for Tyranids, now backing off. And infiltrates 205, 165. So 1 to 1 cap, and blue are going to get a 2 to 1 back. Chaos Lord now fully upgraded with Lightning Claws and Icon of Khorne. Should he have gone for the Combi Flamer in tier 1? Bloodletter's teleporting into a whole lot of trouble. What is this? They of course did not know that all of this stuff was here, most likely going after those zone throws, but they ran right into a Carnifex. 202, 165. Big engagement on the west side again. Ouch, Ogren has got absolutely owned there, down to 1 model. Kadrichum's in retreat, and another Wraith Lord for HansMoleman. Shoulder mounted Shuriken as well, being repaired by these Dire Avengers. This shoulder mounted Shuriken does so much DPS. It's something crazy like 40 DPS I think, which is a lot for a ranged weapon. Fire Dragons will go and hit power again. There's not much there to hit though. 190, 165, 2 to 1 cap for red. Might get a triple cap here. The Raven Alpha level 4 of Floid is capping mid. Blood, Rage, Chaos Dreadnought turning on its allied Chaos Space Marines there. Huge mistake from Illethor. It's such a huge risk to get a melee Dreadnought on this huge map. Plague Champion in amongst all of this stuff has the Icon of Nurgle. So he's doing damage over time to all of this surrounding enemy stuff. 159, 165, a triple cap for red. Blue team just unable to make a real dent on these Tyranids. They have pretty decent armies here. And look at this Land Raider Phobos from Jomanix. That's a big mistake I think. Should have gone for the Great Unclean one. Up against double zone throats, triple zone throats even. Carnifexes and perhaps more Carnifexes. The Phobos is not going to last very long, especially if the Carnifexes start getting Venom Cannons and stuff. Both of these Chaos Commanders going down mid. Melter Bomb on this Wraith Lord, but these Stormtroopers are standing still and they're going to wipe, and down they go. Shepard just losing sight of them, but there's a rocket run. Ouch. The global nuke for Imperial Guard, and it is devastating, forcing off all of this stuff. Lucky not to lose a squad there. Good grief. Witchblade of Koras exploding a whole bunch of Imperial Guard. He's going to try Destruct to finish them off. Took out another model, couldn't quite finish the squad, and gets away. That is some scary Warlock play right there from HansMoleman. 56, 165, a triple cap. Looks like this is all over for blue. One last hurrah with this Land Raider. Down goes the Chaos Dreadnought. Needed some Blastmaster Noise Marines in mid, I think. No artillery from the blue team. A bit late now with these Carnifexes on the field. You have double Thornback Carnifexes. Bloodletters in retreat. Plague Champion has been repurchased. Land Raider Phobos with those 2 Twin Link side sponsor laser cannons do huge damage to vehicles from range, but they are too close here to these Carnifexes, and it goes down. And here is the 2-ton cap, and red team will take this. Some absolutely epic action. Blue team had a huge lead, but the Tyranids came very, very strong in the end. See Raptors here in combat with Termagants at the end. At least we got to see these great new models. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time.